Naomi Elaine Campbell, born May 22, 1970, is an English model, actress, and media personality. Beginning her career at the age of 8, Campbell was one of 6 models of her generation declared supermodels by the fashion industry and the international press. She was the first black woman to appear as a model on the covers of Time and Vogue France. In addition to her modeling career, Campbell has embarked on other ventures, including an R&B studio album and several acting appearances in film and television. She hosted the modeling competition reality show The Face and its international offshoots. Campbell is also involved in charity work for various causes. She was banned from being a trustee of any charity in the United Kingdom for 5 years in September 2024 following a misconduct investigation. Personal life. In a 2010 interview for British Vogue, Campbell stated that in 1999 she entered into rehab for cocaine addiction and then she joined Alcoholics Anonymous to get sober. She stopped drinking around 2012. Family and relationships. Campbell has never met her biological father. She regards French-based Tunisian fashion designer Azzedine Alaya, whom she met at 16, as her papa. She also holds high respect toward record producers Quincy Jones and Chris Blackwell as adopted father figures. Former South African President Nelson Mandela referred to Campbell as his honorary granddaughter. She first met Mandela in November 1994, after his party, the African National Congress, invited her to travel to South Africa to meet with their leader. She had previously donated the proceeds from a photo shoot in Tanzania to the ANC. Over the years, Campbell has lent support to many of Mandela's political campaigns and humanitarian causes. In 1993, she became engaged to U2 bassist Adam Clayton. They met in February of that year, after Clayton, when asked in an interview if there was anything in the world he desired but did not have, responded, "A date with Naomi Campbell." Campbell and Clayton separated the following year. In 1995, she dated Leonardo DiCaprio. From 1998 to 2003, she was in a relationship with Formula One racing head Flavio Briatore. They were engaged. Campbell now considers Briatore her mentor. From 2008 until 2013, she was in a relationship with Russian businessman Vladislav Doronin. She also had relationships with Robert De Niro, Hassan Jameel, Sean Diddy Combs, and Usher. In 2019, she dated Skepta. Campbell appears in the alleged contact book and in flight logs of late American financier and convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, as well as in photographs with Epstein and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell. In August 2019, Campbell addressed the relationship on her YouTube channel, admitting she knew Epstein after being introduced to him by ex-boyfriend Flavio Briatore, stating, "What he's done is indefensible. When I heard what he had done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else, because I've had my fair share of sexual predators, and thank God I had good people around who protected me from this. I stand with the victims. They're scarred for life. For life." However, Campbell's claims are disputed by Epstein victim Virginia Roberts Giuffre, claiming Campbell was aware and a close friend of Maxwell. In 2022, The Guardian reported on an alleged email exchange from May 2010 between Campbell and Saif Gaddafi, in which Campbell described Maxwell as a great friend and inquired about arranging a visit to Libya for Maxwell. Campbell's spokesperson responded by stating that she did not recognize the alleged email exchange and could not comment on its authenticity, as The Guardian refused to provide her with a copy or evidence of the exchange. In May 2021, she announced the birth of her daughter. In February 2022, Campbell confirmed to Vogue that her daughter was not adopted, posing with her child for a photo shoot. In June 2023, she announced the birth of her son. Campbell shared that her daughter and son were both delivered via surrogate. Early life. Naomi Elaine Campbell was born in Lambeth, South London to Jamaican-born dancer Valerie Morris on 22 May 1970. In accordance with her mother's wishes, Campbell has never met her father, who abandoned her mother when she was 4 months pregnant and went unnamed on her birth certificate. She took the surname Campbell from her mother's second marriage. Her half-brother Pierre was born in 1985. Campbell is of Black Jamaican and Chinese Jamaican descent. Her Chinese heritage comes through her maternal grandmother, whose surname was Ming. Campbell spent her early years in Rome, Italy, where her mother worked as a modern dancer. On their return to London, she lived with relatives, while her mother traveled across Europe with the dance troupe Fantastica. From age 3, Campbell attended the Barbara Speake Stage School, and at age 10 she was accepted into the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts, where she studied ballet. She also attended Dunraven School. Career 1978 to 1986, career beginnings. In 1978, at age 8, Campbell made her first public appearance in the music video for Bob Marley's Is This Love. She tap danced in 1983 in the music video for Culture Club's I'll Tumble For Ya and Mistake Number 3. In 1984, she had studied dance from age 3 to 16 and originally intended to be a dancer. In 1986. While still a student of the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts, Campbell was scouted by Beth Bolt, head of the Synchro Model Agency, while window shopping in Covent Garden in April. Just before her 16th birthday, she appeared on the cover of British Elle. 1987 to 1997. Over the next few years, Campbell walked the catwalk for such designers as Gianni Versace, Azzedine Alaïa, and Isaac Mizrahi, and posed for such photographers as Peter Lindbergh, Herb Ritts, and Bruce Weber. By the late 1980s, Campbell, with Christy Turlington and Linda Evangelista, had formed a trio known as the Trinity, who became the most recognizable and in-demand models of their generation. When faced with racial discrimination, Campbell received support from her white friends. She later quoted Turlington and Evangelista as telling Dolce & Gabbana, "If you don't use Naomi, you don't get us." In December 1987, she appeared on the cover of British Vogue, as that publication's first black cover girl since 1966. In August 1988, she became the first black model to appear on the cover of French Vogue, after designer Yves Saint Laurent threatened to withdraw his advertising from the magazine if it didn't place Naomi on its cover. The following year, she appeared on the cover of American Vogue, which marked the first time a black model graced the front of the September magazine, traditionally the year's biggest and most important issue. In January 1990, Campbell, who was declared the reigning megamodel of them all by interview, appeared with Turlington, Evangelista, Cindy Crawford, and Tatiana Paditz on a cover of British Vogue, shot by Peter Lindbergh. The group was subsequently cast to star in the music video for George Michael's Freedom, 90. By then, Campbell, Turlington, Evangelista, Crawford, and Claudia Schiffer were called supermodels by the fashion industry. With the addition of newcomer Kate Moss, they were collectively known as the Big Six. In March 1991, Campbell walked the catwalk for Versace with Turlington, Evangelista, and Crawford, arm in arm and lip-syncing the words to Freedom, 90. Later that year, she starred as Michael Jackson's love interest in the music video for In the Closet, 18. In April 1992, she posed with several other models for the 100th anniversary cover of American Vogue, shot by Patrick DeMarchelier. That same year, she appeared in Madonna's controversial book Sex, in a set of nude photos with Madonna and rapper Big Daddy Kane. In 1993, Campbell twice appeared on the cover of American Vogue, in April, alongside Christy Turlington, Claudia Schiffer, Stephanie Seymour, and Helena Christensen, and again, solo, in June. She also fell on the Vivienne Westwood 1993 fall catwalk in foot-high platform shoes, which were later displayed at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. Despite her success, Elite Model Management, which had represented Campbell since 1987, dropped her contract. In 1995, Campbell walked in the second-ever Victoria's Secret fashion show and graced the show's runway 7 times. Her last catwalk for the brand was in 2005. When asked why she never became a full-time angel, the supermodel simply stated, "They could not afford me." In 1997, Campbell became the first black woman ever to open a Prada show. Campbell at Bill Clinton's inauguration party in 1997. In the mid-1990s, Campbell branched out into other areas of the entertainment industry. Her novel Swan, about a supermodel dealing with blackmail, was released in 1994. It was ghostwritten by Caroline Upshur, with Campbell stating that she just did not have the time to sit down and write a book. That same year, she released her album Baby Woman, which was named after designer Rafat Isbek's nickname for Campbell. Produced by Youth and Tim Simeone, the album was only commercially successful in Japan, with its only single, Love and Tears, reaching number 40 on the charts. Baby Woman was mocked by critics, inspiring the Naomi Awards. During the mid-1990s, Campbell also had small roles in Miami Rhapsody and Spike Lee's Girl 6, as well as a recurring role on the second season of New York Undercover. 1998 to 2012, Other Ventures. In 1998, Time declared the end of the supermodel era. Campbell continued modeling, both on the runway and, more frequently, in print. In 1999, she signed her first cosmetics contract with Cosmopolitan Cosmetics, a division of Wella, through which she launched several signature fragrances. In November of that year, She posed with 12 other top models for the Modern Muses cover of the Millennium issue of American Vogue, shot by Annie Leibovitz. The following month, she appeared in a white string bikini and furs on the cover of Playboy. In May 2001, she hosted, alongside supermodel Elle Macpherson, the 50th Miss Universe pageant. In October 2001, she appeared with rapper Sean Puff Daddy Combs on the cover of British Vogue, with the headline Naomi and Puff, the ultimate power duo. Campbell on the catwalk for Peter Somme in 2007. In 2007, she walked the catwalk for Dior's 60th anniversary fashion show at Versailles. In July 2008, she appeared with fellow black models Leah Cabetta, Cecily Lopez, and Jordan Dunn on the gatefold cover of a landmark all-black issue of Italian Vogue, shot by Stephen Meisel. In September of that year, Campbell reunited with Christy Turlington, Linda Evangelista, Cindy Crawford, Claudia Schiffer, and Stephanie Seymour for A League of Their Own, a Vanity Fair feature on the supermodel legacy. In 2011, Campbell appeared with Leah Cabetta and Iman on the cover of the 40th anniversary issue of Essence. She also starred as Duran Duran frontman Simon Le Bon in the band's music video for Girl Panic, with Cindy Crawford, Helena Christensen, Eva Herzegova, and Yasmin Le Bon portraying the other band members. They appeared in the November edition of British Harper's Bazaar in an editorial titled The Supers vs. Duran Duran. Campbell performed with Kate Moss and other supermodels in the closing ceremony of the 2012 Olympic Games, where they modeled haute couture to represent British fashion. Campbell wore a design by Alexander McQueen, a staggered hem gown with a train speckled with flecks of gold. 2013 to 2020. Campbell walking the runway at the Diane von Furstenberg Spring-Summer 2014 show at New York Fashion Week, September 2013. In March 2013, Campbell appeared on the inaugural cover of Numero Russia. Campbell also became involved in reality television through the modeling competition The Face and its international offshoots. In the U.S., she served as a coach and judge, along with Carolina Kurkova and Coco Rocha, on Oxygen's The Face, hosted by photographer Nigel Barker. She also hosted the British version of the show, which aired on Sky Living later that same year, and The Face Australia, which ran on Fox 8 in 2014. In 2014, Campbell covered the May issue of Vogue Australia, the September issue of Vogue Japan, and the November issue of Vogue Turkey. The latter two were special editions celebrating Campbell and fellow supermodels. Campbell also covered the Vietnamese, Singaporean, and the 35th anniversary Latin American edition of Harper's Bazaar. In 2014, Campbell was named TV Personality of the Year by Glamour magazine. The award was presented at the annual Glamour Women of the Year Awards in London. The following year, she closed the Fall-Winter Zac Posen show at New York Fashion Week and featured in Spring-Summer 2015 campaigns for Burberry and lingerie retailer Agent Provocateur. In 2015, Campbell signed on as a recurring character in the Fox drama Empire as Camilla Marks, a fashion designer and love interest to Hakeem Lyon, portrayed by Brisher White Gray. In October 2015, Campbell was featured in a 2-episode arc in American Horror Story, Hotel, as a Vogue fashion editor named Claudia Banks. In 2016, Campbell was cast as a recurring character Rose Crane, mother of Alexander Crane played by Ryan Destiny, and wife of Ronald Crane played by Lenny Kravitz, in Fox's newest musical drama Star TV series. In 2016, Campbell appeared in the music video for Anoni's single Drone Bomb Me. In September 2017, Campbell appeared in Versace's Spring-Summer 2018 show celebrating the late Gianni Versace, alongside Schiffer, Crawford, Christensen, and Carla Bruni, and also featured in the campaign for the collection. In February 2018, Campbell and Moss returned to the runway and closed Kim Jones' final menswear show for Louis Vuitton. In April, she featured on the cover of British GQ alongside rapper Skepta. In June 2018, Campbell received the Fashion Icon Award by the Council of Fashion Designers of America. In 2019, Campbell received the first beauty contract of her career, with NARS Cosmetics. In the spring of 2020, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Campbell began her own web series on YouTube, No Filter with Naomi, in which she conducts conversations with various guests. Her inaugural guest was Cindy Crawford, while subsequent guests ranged from Marc Jacobs, Adetta Keck, and Christy Turlington to Ashley Graham and Nicole Richie. The 50th episode of No Filter with Naomi premiered on March 16, 2021, featuring guest Jean-Paul Gaultier. Campbell signed with Studio 71 in August 2020. Under this partnership, Studio 71 curates her content with regard to ad sales, channel optimization, and brand partnerships across various platforms, including YouTube and Facebook. Wikipedia page whitewashing. The public relations firm Sunshine Sachs, hired by Campbell, committed undisclosed paid editing on Campbell's Wikipedia page. In these edits, references to her album Baby Woman about her relationship with Mike Tyson were whitewashed. 2021, present. On January 12, 2021, Campbell was appointed as a tourism ambassador by the Kenyan Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. In February, Campbell appeared on the cover of IDS Spring issue, describing it as one of the few times she's had the opportunity to work with a photographer of color. The following month, Campbell was named as the face of the relaunch advertising campaign for streetwear brand Hood by AR. In July 2022, Campbell was awarded an honorary doctorate by UCA University for the Creative Arts in the south of London for her impact on global fashion. Campbell executive produced the film Invisible Beauty about Bethan Hardison, which premiered at the 2023 Sundance Film Festival. Victoria's Secret revealed the Icon collection in August 2023, which features Campbell along with Gisele Bündchen and Candice Swanepoel. Photographed by Michael Jansen, the campaign features familiar faces from the 90s and 2000s, as well as new model ambassadors Paloma Elsesser, Adada Keck, Emily Ratajkowski, and Hailey Bieber. The same month, Hugo Boss launched its new collection, featuring Campbell, dubbed as Queen Boss, Suki Waterhouse, Matteo Berrettini, and Lee Minho in its campaign. On September 5, 2023, Campbell debuted her new collaboration with Pretty Little Thing during a runway show to kick off New York Fashion Week. The collection was designed by Campbell as well as designers Victor Anate and Edwin Thompson. Campbell is featured in the 2023 four-part Apple TV Plus docuseries titled The Supermodels. The series also features Cindy Crawford, Christy Turlington, and Linda Evangelista and is directed by Roger Ross Williams and Larissa Bills. Campbell has been a special advisor to the music company Gamma, founded by Apple Music executive Larry Jackson, since 2023. Vivienne Westwood designed shoes worn by Campbell on display at an exhibition in Sheffield, England. In June 2024, the Victoria and Albert Museum in London launched a solo exhibition titled Naomi in Fashion, which highlighted Campbell's philanthropic work and activism. The exhibit opens with personal images from Campbell's archive and also displays 100 curated outfits she has worn throughout her modeling years. As of 2024, Campbell has walked the runways and appeared in advertising campaigns for Marc Jacobs, Yves Saint Laurent, Chloe, Diane von Furstenberg, Prada, Chanel, Givenchy, Dolce & Gabbana, Burberry, Zac Posen, Blumarine, Karl Lagerfeld, Gianfranco Ferré, Versace, Helmut Lang, Christian Dior, John Galliano, Ralph Lauren, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Tommy Hilfiger, Oscar de la Renta, Michael Kors, Anna Sui, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Marchesa, Roberto Cavalli, Valentino, Fendi, Escada, Isaac Mizrahi, La Perla, Philippe Plein, Mango, Thierry Mugler, Balmain, NARS, David Yurman, Alessandro Dell'Acqua, D2, Express, H&M, Bloomingdale's, Dillard's, Neiman Marcus, Gap, Avon, Revlon and Victoria's Secret. Recognition, activism and charity work. Despite her status as the most famous black model of her time, Campbell never earned the same volume of advertising assignments as her white colleagues, and she was not signed by a cosmetics company until as late as 1999. In 1991, she said, "I may be considered one of the top models in the world, but in no way do I make the same money as any of them." Throughout her career, Campbell has been outspoken against the racial bias that exists in the fashion industry. In 1997, she stated, "There is prejudice. It is a problem and I can't go along anymore with brushing it under the carpet. This business is about selling, and blonde and blue-eyed girls are what sells." A decade later, she again spoke out against discrimination, stating, "The American president may be black, but as a black woman, I am still an exception in this business. I always have to work harder to be treated equally." In 2013, Campbell joined fellow black models Iman and Bethan Hardison in an advocacy group called Diversity Coalition. In an open letter to the governing bodies of global fashion weeks, they named high-profile designers who used just one or no models of color in their autumn 2013 shows, calling it a racist act. Campbell at the 2008 Cannes Film Festival. Campbell is involved with several charitable causes. She supports the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, for which she organized a benefit Versace fashion show in 1998 held at Nelson Mandela's South African presidential residence. The show was the subject of a documentary titled Fashion Kingdom, or alternatively, Naomi Conquers Africa. Campbell, whose mother has battled breast cancer, also supports breakthrough breast cancer. In 2004, she was featured on FHM's charity single Do You Think I'm Sexy, as well as in the accompanying music video, of which all profits were donated to Breakthrough. 76, she appeared in a print and media campaign for the charity's fundraising initiative Fashion Targets Breast Cancer, and she opened a Breakthrough Breast Cancer Research Unit in 2009. In 2005, Campbell founded the charity We Love Brazil, which aims to raise awareness and funds to fight poverty in Brazil through the sale of fabrics made by local women. That same year, Campbell founded the charity Fashion for Relief, which has organized fundraising fashion shows to benefit victims of Hurricane Katrina in 2005, the Mumbai terrorist attacks in 2008, the Haiti earthquake in 2010, the Japan earthquake in 2011, and the Syrian refugee crisis in 2017. By 2011, Fashion for Relief had reportedly raised £4.5 million. In 2018, Campbell held another relief charity gala, and the theme was Race to Equality, following the launch of a charity commission. Investigation into Fashion Relief. In 2021, Campbell was removed as a trustee from the charity in 2023, with Fashion for Relief eventually being closed by the Charity Commission on March 15, 2024. In September 2024, Campbell was banned from serving as a charity trustee in the UK for 5 years after the investigation found multiple instances of misconduct and/or mismanagement, including that between April 2016 and July 2022, Fashion for Relief spent only 8.5% of its income on charitable grants, while making unauthorized payments to other trustees and advisors. These included paying for Campbell's stay at a 5-star hotel in Cannes, France, as well as spa treatments, room service, security and cigarettes. Waxwork of Campbell at Madame Tussauds, London. In November 2010, Campbell and her then-partner Vladislav Doronin were among the organizers of the Help the Tiger charity event, which took place at the Mikhailovsky Theater in St. Petersburg, Russia, and which was attended by Leonardo DiCaprio and Vladimir Putin. In 2012, the charity teamed up with YOX China and leading global and Chinese fashion designers, including Philip Lim and Masha Ma, to design Chinese-themed T-shirts to help fund its efforts in the various international charities it works with. Since 2007, Campbell has been the honorary president of Athla Onlus, an Italian organization that works to further the social integration of young people with learning disabilities. In 2009, Campbell became a Goodwill ambassador for the White Ribbon Alliance for Safe Motherhood. She has since joined the charity's patron, Sarah Brown, the wife of former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown, on several missions to promote maternal health. Campbell has received recognition for her charitable work. In 2007, she was named an ambassador of Rio de Janeiro by Mayor Cesar Maia in recognition of her efforts to fight poverty in Brazil. In 2009, she was awarded honorary patronage of Trinity College's University Philosophical Society for her charitable and professional work. In 2010, Sarah Brown presented her with an Outstanding Contribution Award from British Elle for her work as an ambassador for the White Ribbon Alliance, as well as her work in the fashion industry. In 2016, AMFR honored Campbell for her 31 years working with the foundation to fund AIDS research. In February 2021, Campbell was a signatory on an open letter decrying Ghana's stance on gay rights. She was joined by other signers, like actor Idris Elba and Vogue magazine editor-in-chief Edward Aninful. In July 2021, Campbell condemned racist attacks on black players for the England national football team, including Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho, after the team's defeat to Italy in the UEFA Euro 2020 soccer final, disclosing via an Instagram post that it was disgusting to read of the abuses and encouraging players not to let the ignorant voices in. In the same month, Campbell wrote an open letter to former South African President Jacob Zuma, condemning riots and unrest that had broken out in the country following Zuma's incarceration. For 2023, the Center for Advanced Studies of Fundamental Human Rights, with the approval of the African Fashion Gate President Honorable Makaziwe Mandela, has conferred La Moda Veste La Pace Award on Naomi Elaine Campbell. The award ceremony was celebrated in Rome at the seat of the Italian delegation of the European Commission. Legal issues. This section is in list format but may read better as prose. You can help by converting this section, if appropriate. Editing help is available. September 2024. Campbell has been convicted of assault on 4 occasions between 1998 and 2009. September 1998, personal assistant. January 2007, former housekeeper. She attended her community service wearing designer outfits, including fedoras, furs, and upon completion of her sentence, a silver sequined $300,000 Dolce & Gabbana gown. Campbell detailed her community service experience in a W feature titled The Naomi Diaries, and subsequently spoofed herself in a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, directed by Zach Braff. June 2008, 2 police officers at London Heathrow Airport. August 2009, paparazzo photographer. Campbell v. Mirror Group Newspapers Ltd. See also, Campbell v. Mirror Group Newspapers Ltd. In 2002, Campbell won a breach of confidentiality lawsuit against the Daily Mirror after the newspaper published a photograph of her leaving a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. The High Court ordered £3,500 in damages from the Daily Mirror. Testimony for Blood Diamond case. In August 2010, Campbell made an appearance at a trial against former Liberian President Charles Taylor, where she was called to give evidence on blood diamonds she received from Taylor in Cape Town, South Africa in 1997. Campbell testified that the diamonds were given to her as a gift by unknown men that she assumed were sent by Taylor. She later gave the diamonds to Jeremy Ratcliffe, the then director of the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, as a donation to charity. Suspecting they were illegal, Ratcliffe never donated them and kept them in his possession. On August 5, 2010, South African police seized the diamonds from him. Campbell was never charged due to her lack of criminal intent, mens rea.